welcome, and thank you for joining us. During this time of pandemic, this is a tremendous gift that this bell choir is giving to us, truly a gift of joy, and helping us to remember what this season is really all about. The birth of the Lord, who is truly God with us, a God who wants to take away our fears and our worries, a God who wants to shower us with his love and give us his peace. And so I do hope that you will enjoy this concert. It is the gift that they are giving to us that we desperately need in this time. And so I pray for you, your family, that this year will be a year in which we will all find healing and hope, and hopefully become ever more aware of the presence of the God who is Emmanuel. Special thanks to Mariam Factum, who is our director, and to all of the people who have worked so hard to make this possible.
Our first piece is Joy to the World, written in 1719 by Isaac Watts, an English Christian minister, and as of the late 20th century, it was the most published Christian hymn in North America and enjoyed around the world.
Next up, we'll be traveling to 17th century France to the Provence region. This traditional Christmas tune is about two female farmhands seeing the mother and child in a stable and returning to town to alert the other villagers of their arrival. This is Bring a Torch, Jeanette and Isabel.
Our next song is a hymn. It's O Come, Emmanuel. And this was originally in Latin, and it was sung by the monasteries during the 7 days prior to Christmas Eve in anticipation of Christmas Day. And this was back in the 8th and 9th century. It was in 1861 that John Mason Neal found this hymn in the old manuscripts, and he ended up publishing it in a hymnal, and we have been singing it ever since to this day. We're going to be using a different technique with the bells than you've seen before, and that is something called the toll. We'll be swinging them widely from front to back and in return, and this is going to emulate a sound as if it's a bell from a tower. We hope you enjoy it.
Though there is no mention of any holiday in the lyrics, our next melody is one of the most popular Christmas tunes. Some say that this song was first performed for a Thanksgiving service in the church of composer James Lord Pierpont's father or his brother, who were both Unitarian ministers. It was first published in 1857 with the title, well, I won't give it away. Some of us may recall a broadcast from the crew of the Gemini 6 on December 16, 1965. Wally Schirra and Tom Stafford reported to Mission Control seeing a mysterious object with a tiny red glow flying low over the North Pole. Suddenly, the sound of harmonica and sleigh bells being played by the two astronauts was heard. When I hear this song, I'm reminded of winter visits to my grandparents' farm. They had horses and antique sleighs and a big barn, and bells on a thick leather strap hanging by the door that we kids could not resist jingling. Everyone sing along.
What Child Is This was written in 1865 by William Chatterton Dix of Bristol, England. And he used the melody of an old English folk song, Greensleeves, to create this carol. The bell choir will be using their chimes for this piece. Enjoy.
Benjamin R. Handbell from Ohio wrote Up on the Housetop sometime around the 1850s or 1860s. He may have also written another Christmas song called Jolly Old St. Nicholas that has similar style lyrics and music. Personally, as a 7-year-old headed to bed on Christmas Eve, I was positive I would be the first one in my family to hear Santa up on the housetop and the click, click, click of their reindeer's hooves, since my room was right next to the metal roof of our back porch. I never heard a thing, but you'll hear us using mallets on our bells in this version of Up on the Housetop.
A popular Christmas carol with music by Ukrainian composer Mykolay Leontovich. Composed in 1919, the song is based on a Ukrainian folk chant, Shchedrik. This chant is based on an ostinato, a 4-note pattern, and associated with the coming of the new year celebrated in April before Christianity. An ostinato, Carol of the Bells.
Our next piece is based on Psalm 42, and the lyrics to that go, "As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after thee. You alone are my soul desire, and I long to worship thee." While this isn't exactly a Christmas piece, the lyrics do make us think of the wonderful beauty of God's creation, and hopefully make us think about peace during this holiday season. Next up is As the Deer. I hope you enjoy it.
Our next selection is Deck the Halls, a Welsh carol dating back many, many years. The ancient Romans, Greeks, and Druids believed that holly was a sacred plant. They decorated their homes with them in the hopes of having goodwill and prosperity for the next year. So sit back, enjoy our next selection, Deck the Halls.
Our next piece of music was heard for the first time on Christmas Eve in 1818 at St. Nicholas Parish Church in Oberndorf, Austria. Father Joseph Moore wrote a poem, Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, in 1816. Father Moore brought the poem to Franz Xaver Gruber, the schoolmaster and organist in nearby Arnsdorf, along with a request that he compose a melody for 2 voices and chorus with guitar accompaniment for Christmas Eve Mass after the river flooding damaged the church organ. This Christmas carol was first introduced in the United States in 1839 by the Strassers, an Austrian family singers group. This a handbell arrangement of Franz Gruber's melody, Silent Night.
Thanks for being with us for our performance today. Hopefully next year we will see you and be with you in person. Deanna, we miss you, and Kim too.